on a little bit of structure, right? To help them make decisions on during performance. The second part of that is subversion, where we're looking at questioning that little bit of structure that we use all the time. Not in terms of completely overturning it, but kind of poking at it, pushing, pulling, and see if those traditions, those ways of thinking, those methods are still relevant to all the situations that we're using today. And so after we landed on that theme, we started coming up with prompts and activity ideas. And right away, we could kind of see that we were looking at it through a very NC State lens, right? The way we were talking about it, our vocabulary, a lot of users, methods, research, that sort of thing, very, very user experience oriented, that we realized, okay, well, the people we're inviting might not be approaching those prompts in similar ways, and most likely they would not. So it was at that point where we decided to create a prompt and solicit work from all you guys to have you improvert your own design cultures and methods that gave us kind of the added benefit of getting insights into your own microcultures and how those could be similar or different than your own. And so that resulted in the work that you see here tonight.
So, especially in these last couple of weeks when submissions have started coming in, it's been a really awesome experience from our endpoint, looking at what's coming in, whether it's a physical book, a website, a video. It's been really awesome. And we knew in the beginning we wanted to try something different, and what better way than this brand new library, which I know many of you have gone through and are now, I heard rumors are transferring here, so that's awesome. We're glad to have you next year. But really, it's one of these things that we had a couple of options of where we could have gone. They called this a creative studio, so I think we had to use it. But it was just thought of like anything was possible in here. We had projectors, we had screens, everything's a whiteboard. It was crazy cool. The problem is, we got audio a month ago. We were trying to figure out how to even use the projectors. It's so new that this is really the first event ever to use it. So with that, we kind of consider this, instead of a conference, an experiment. We're hoping everything goes right. If it doesn't, it was totally planned, and we're just going to keep moving. But we want to just keep it an open line of communication. If you see something that you think would be cool that we're doing tomorrow, if you have any suggestions, we want this to just be a fun time. And we have a lot of resources, and we want to use them to the best of our abilities. So, and if you have any questions, we'd be more than, welcome any and all.
So a quick note on those lines of communication. We are super multimodal this evening and tomorrow. So we have a Tumblr site where we posted work from everyone who submitted. We have a Google Drawing, a collaborative document that you all have been invited to, both physical and virtual people, where you're invited to edit, add, curate this concept map, where we're trying to map throughout Symposium the similarities and differences between themes of our respective design cultures, plural, or design cultures, singular. What else? Okay, so we have social media projections. So at any time, if you have comments, questions, feedback, that sort of thing, use your favorite social media site and use the hashtag Improversion, and we'll get it deemed in right here. Yes.
Can I add too that there's a lot of people watching this that are not represented here during the event. So as much as possible, like it's kind of what's going on, but it's a way of beginning that conversation for people who are even not part of that. And so if you think of what you're doing here as being a part, you're eliciting discussion even beyond yourselves. So.
Especially with the live feed on YouTube, say hi to mom and dad back home. It's super creepy to think that we're just kind of walking around randomly, but it's awesome that really if there's students that are back home or however what's work, that maybe they just be interested to see what we're doing in this gerbil, cage of crazy stuff. I think it'd be pretty cool to do.
So a quick recap of tonight. We're basically going to spend the next hour mingling, talking with people about the work, just getting to know both physical and virtual participants. Tomorrow morning, we'll start here bright and early. So at about 9:45, we'll ask people to tune in. We'll be sending out this giant invite to a Google Hangout for our virtual participants. And from about then until lunchtime, 12:30, We'll be going around and having each group individually explain their work. For maybe 10 to 15 minutes, we'll have a little bit of discussion there. We'll break out for lunch and then regroup around 1:30, where we'll have kind of breakout sessions for small group discussions. We have a couple activities planned that we'll tell you a little more about tomorrow. Regroup again around 4-ish, kind of have a report back session, documentation, recording, and then that'll be it.
And
So
all things will be clear.
everything will work out great.
Nothing will go wrong.
So thanks again, everybody, for showing up. Enjoy your time here. Enjoy meeting new people. Do discussions for the next hour, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.
Yay. Great. We'll try to, I'll try to get you up on.
So yeah, I have to